Today I stand on the shoulders of my maternal grandmother, Lynetta McBrown, who was part of the Great Migration out of the South to the Bay Area. My father, Michael Henderson, who was part of the first class to integrate the public high school, the white public high school in Alcoa, Tennessee. He also was one of the first to integrate the white swimming pool. When he jumped in, everyone else jumped out. However, ironically, my aunt was working at the white swimming pool at that time. So it was all right for Black folks to be in a subservient position, but not okay for Black folks to share in the wealth and promise of the United States. I stand on the shoulders of my mother, Patricia Henderson, who sacrificed her education so that I would have an opportunity to have an education. The summer of 2020 provided a unique opportunity to challenge systemic policies and practices that perpetuated the status quo. Historically, Black, Latinx, Pacific Islander students are underperforming compared to their peers. We spent the summer putting together a framework that would push our district to more equitable practices, to push them to be more inclusive for all communities within the district, and most importantly, to identify some policies and practices that hinder adequate representation and diversity. We wanted to look and find creative ways or to reimagine how we can make sure that BIPOC voices have those spaces in all of the schools within the district. We also wanted to look further at why and how there is this need to have culturally relevant practices and curriculum in order, again, to empower and to inspire BIPOC students to reach their full potential. Ultimately, our goal moving forward for this school year is to move out of the reflection piece and to push schools forward to finding ways to incorporate, again, culturally relevant practices in order to make sure that BIPOC voices are included and centered in public education. The San Mateo County Office of Education can provide mentorships, they can provide internships, just the opportunity to get students out of their day-to-day of what they think they know is true, and to expose them to make connections to what happens inside of school and how the real world functions. I also say at times it's not always what you know, but it's definitely who you know. And also that relationships play a big part in developing and supporting student success. During my K-12 educational experience, I did not have one Black woman as a teacher. I believe in Mahatma Gandhi's activist call that we need to be the change that we see in society. I also uplift James Baldwin's quote, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." I am greatly embedded in the work about bringing more equitable policies and practices in order to uplift and to empower all students, but especially BIPOC students who are underrepresented and often left behind. Much appreciation and love.